Welcome back, gamers. This is Andrew Gonzalez.
And I am Joshua Edgington.
And this is 8-Bit Movie Review, our first episode after Halloween, which is always a little sad, especially when we're recording this and it's not Halloween yet.
Not this week.
Nope.
Not even next week.
Not even next week.
No.
Well, Monday. Next week, Monday. That's Halloween.
No. Tomorrow is not Halloween.
Well, not tomorrow. I mean, next week.
Yeah,
this is
so
Sunday.
not this week. Shut up. Fucking fake ass some bitch.
Well, we're back from our Halloween break, and if you follow us on our social media, you would know that we decided for the next 2 months to lead up to our review of God of War Ragnarok, because we've been constantly talking about it and how much we can't fucking wait to play this game.
I took time off work.
Proud of you, buddy.
I'm proud of myself.
And we decided to do all war theme based things in video games leading up to this. So today we are discussing
As close to war as we could get.
what is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
I mean, war is,
It's got its positive.
yeah, it's got its positives. We stopped the Nazis back in World War II.
That was Superman. He stopped the Nazis.
He was not.
Or Captain America.
He was not the guy.
I think it was Captain America.
He's not real.
What? I saw him on the screen.
Him and Bucky Barnes.
Bucky Barnes.
And he fell off the train.
But he was okay.
He became the Winter Soldier.
God. But yes, we've decided today to discuss war theme songs in video games. But before we get started, we got a little bit of agenda because honestly, and I told Josh too that this made me realize I don't play a lot of games with a lot of war in them. So like we each got 4 each. I think we got some, I had to do some digging on some old school games that I played a while ago, but I think I have some good ones. Josh, of course, has some terrible ones, but,
You're right.
he'll obviously disagree with that. Let's see here. And you might hear a little crinkling every once in a while during this recording, but we're just going to deal with it.
It's because we're recording out of a Talkman from Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
I was going to say, or like a potato chip
What was
bag.
it, a Talkman or a Talkback
Talk
or something?
boy.
Talk Boy?
Talk man.
Talk Boy.
That's for the adults. Talk man.
Talkman. Well, nowadays it's Talk Zim or Zer or whatever the fuck kids are calling themselves these days.
Well,
Talk
actually,
Day.
Well, actually, Talk Man, that's going to be the new DC movie. Talk Man.
No, that was Black Hawk Man. Wait. No, Hawkman, but he's black. Don't say that first thing too fast.
Every time you say Black Hawk, I keep thinking you're saying Black Hawk Down. That was a Tom Cruise
Black
movie?
Hawk Down.
Black Hawk Down. Oh,
That's another movie. That has definitely been made.
So a couple things has happened in the video game news industry lately. And first I want to just say Josh was like not really impressed by my upsetness by this. But I found out recently today that Brian Taylor, who does like the score for like the Rambo and the newer Rambo movies, not the ones from the 80s, and like Fast and Furious, will be doing the Mario movie. Like he will be composing the music for the Mario movie. Koji Kondo will be helping out, but I don't know. I think Koji Kondo could have done it. Like, I don't know, video game and...
No, I just think because, what is it, Imagination Studios, they probably just have composers that they work with, and they're already decided who they wanted to pick.
But, like, we need an American.
They're like, we don't want... No, I'm not going to say that. I won't say that.
It just, in my opinion, it just seems like they've done whatever they can to not really work with like the heart of Mario
Well, I mean, Nintendo is making this movie with this production company, so I'm sure they have plenty of people who are like, here's what Mario's all about.
I did hear there's also going to be a couple songs, and Bowser's going to sing as Jack Black.
Zabadoo.
Keegan Michael
Bowser.
Key has gone on record to say that he improv'd a song, which
Okay. Am I supposed to be impressed by that?
yeah, definitely.
I mean, Chris Pratt fucking improv like all of those songs on Parks and Rec. It doesn't mean they were great.
Imagine that's what he's gonna do. Is Mario is gonna be Mouse Rat?
Dude, if Mario sings The Pit, oh no, he sings the Little Sebastian song. Bye bye, little Sebastian. Miss you with the maddest passion. I know more. I actually learned part of it on guitar.
You're what is it? You're 100,000.
You're 1,000. No, you're 10,000 candles in the wind. Because he was asking Leslie, what kind of song should I write for Little Sebastian? And she's like, well, like 1,000 candles in the wind that they wrote for Princess Di, like 10 times that. So 10,000 candles in the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when he was just Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Pratt. But we have a little bit of other news to discuss, Josh. Do you want to kick it off?
Non-Chris Pratt related. Yeah. So, I mean, in the past week, there's been many announcements of video game series coming back into the limelight, lots of exciting stuff there. Outside of that, we heard that G4 TV, which most people should be familiar with, is officially getting shut down less than a year after coming back. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, thank you. No, please sit.
I know this sucks, and I probably shouldn't be applauding it because a lot of people did lose jobs. And I'm kidding mainly when I do the applause thing, but like, we all know it hasn't been what it used to be. Like, they definitely changed a lot of things up, and
yeah. I mean, G4 TV back in the day was what? It was a channel that used to be like man TV. And then they were like, hey, let's throw video games in there and we'll hire attractive females to be the correspondents. And, well, we'll get a fucking streamer in a hot tub and she'll be in a ball pit fucking throwing plastic balls around. Ooh, yeah, jiggle your tits, honey.
Is that what you said when you watched it?
Me? No, that's what the fucking host said.
Jiggle your tits.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do they expect when they wanted to rebrand to something completely different?
Well, I think the biggest thing was it would have possibly been fine. And, I know a lot of you gamers know about the Emily Frost rant, but like...
Frostgren, I think is the full last name.
Like, I definitely have nothing against her, and I understand her rant. Like, it's really hard. Not coming from me, because what do I know? But, like, it is known it's hard to be a woman in gaming. It's frustrating probably, but you got to deal with a lot of the trolls. And the one thing, and I think of Conan O'Brien, when I hear like her rant, she talks about all these reviews that she read and she just went off. And if you're not familiar with, she went off and not just attacked the people of the reviews. It kind of came off that she was like all men that watch G4 and pretty much told them fuck off.
Yep.
And if you don't like it, don't watch. And I think she was right in sticking up for herself. The only thing is when you're in this industry, you got to watch what you say, and it comes with repercussions. And like, no woman should be treated the way she was, but you kind of damned the whole channel when you said all of them fuck off.
She was a prominent League of Legends host for a lot of their big tournaments and esports things. She wasn't receiving shit like this until she started attacking people. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't a thing. Like, I never heard of like controversies back when she was just doing League of Legends stuff. So now she has this platform and like talking over her fellow co-hosts to make points about sexism in gaming. And it's like, okay, yes, you do have a platform, but to go after people, co-workers, fans, the company you work with, that's not going to end well.
No.
And the sad thing is it didn't even affect her right away. like G4 TV, they decided to lay off like 70% of their staff, and they kept her. She was going to stay as one of their correspondents. And then she posted some fucking shitty meme about everyone getting fired and that she was going to stay. Oh, time to play video games, guys. See everybody else. And everyone's like, oh, I just found out through this fucking meme that I'm getting fired and she's staying. And then like a week later, they're like, yeah, you're gone too. And then a week later, oh, we're just a completely done
gone.
Company. Completely
That's
done.
what I think the major plan was from the get-go. And what I was going to say about Conan O'Brien was, you know, people always ask when they come on his podcast, like, how do you deal with the negative reviews you get and stuff? And he's like, I don't look at them. I don't look at reviews. I don't look at anything because you know what? It just infuriates you and you say things you're not supposed to. It's, you know, I understand what she was doing. She was trying to stick up to women in gaming because, like, I watched videos of guys flat out saying there's no sexism in gaming, which is kind of a little bullshit in like kind of like sticking your head in the sand if you don't see it, because I feel like a lot of women gamers, every time I see something, they're barely wearing clothing and it's just to be like, oh, this is the way I get other gamers to respect me, by skimping down a little bit.
No, it's not. You can be a gamer and not have to show your fucking asshole on Twitch TV when you're playing.
That's what I've been doing this whole time.
That's why you're not successful, because your
like,
asshole is fucking dirty and gangrened.
Like -10 followers. I don't know.
People are charging you to play on Twitch for free instead of donating. No, I mean, you know what? Kudos to anyone that can trick these fucking weirdos online that have no friends, that go into like some cute girl stream and like, oh, if I donate money, she'll read my chat message. She's my girlfriend now.
It's funny.
Like, no, I'm not your girlfriend. You're fucking banned. Now you have no one.
Thanks for your money, though.
Well, it's like, I don't know if, like, I barely know about this person. I know most people know who Amaranth is. She's a top Twitch streamer. She's one of those girls that, like, you know, is at the top of like the Let's Chatting section of Twitch, where, again, like we're talking about, she's dressed sometimes in next to nothing in swimsuits. Hey, let's do a hot tub stream where we just chat. Or she does like ASMR where she's just like, now I'm your girlfriend and I'm gonna.
Does she have those like ear microphones where
yes,
she
does. Yeah. She's also on OnlyFans and makes $10 million a month. $10 million a month. That has nothing to do with it. I don't care about this person. Good on her for tricking millions of people into giving her money. Which are
probably these trolls that...
like, fucking weirdos that sitting there like, if I donate $1, she'll say my name. Yeah, that type of stuff. But recently, I don't know why I just laughed. She was live streaming and it came out that she is married, which she has kept hidden because her husband or whatever was like threatening her. I guess he has control of her accounts, all her money, and was like, you needed to do a 24-hour stream. And she was like, did you just threaten to kill my dogs? Like, she's breaking down. Mostly some people are like, she did it for attention. It's like, no, I think she really just wanted a record of what actually is happening, so she has evidence of it. That's been sorted out. She has all her accounts and everything. She's going through, you know, whatever to divorce this person. That's not the point of the story. The point of the story is like a day fucking later, some dude donated like $3,000 to her to be like, well, will you be my girlfriend now?
Oh my God.
I'll treat you so much better. It's like,
I'll only make you stream for 20 hours.
And then when she was like, no, I'm good. He's like, I want a refund. And she's like, no. All transactions are final.
It's funny how people end up being like that. And they're just like, oh, well, I give them money so they like me, right?
You don't be tricked by people, regardless of gender, who are providing content and then demand that you give them money because of it. there is a big difference between someone being a grifter and someone actually just enjoying providing content and creating a community.
And honestly, I feel like, speaking of tricking someone, I think that's what happened to Emily Frost. I think everyone didn't like her because they wanted the woman in the hot tub streamer. And
actually, Amaranth is the girl who was that.
Yeah,
she was that girl on G4 TV in the fucking ball pit in a bikini.
Yeah, so that's
bounce up and down, honey, for your Twitch subs.
So that's probably like what happened, and she just didn't like what they said, and she kind of walked in the trap, and it kind of, you know, I don't think she should have said fuck you to all the people watching, which she could have been a little bit calmer about it. But then to make matters worse, which I think was definitely making it sink even more, was, you know, the other G4 host, Adam Sessler, who just was constantly like, you know, I'm not Republican.
I will fight you in real life.
Yeah.
It's like, who the fuck are you, you dweeb?
Yeah, I'm not Republican. I don't believe in Republican views, but I don't like
Oh, he said like all Republicans should die.
And he's been saying different, like, one he says are stupid, racist, and drink piss. Like, and it's...
My parents do not drink piss.
Sir. It's just, you know, that's a problem right now. There's a huge divide if you like if you're Democrat or Republican. Doesn't mean we can't just like, not. I have some friends that are Republican. I don't fucking hate them. Like, they have some views that I'm like, well, they said this today, but it's like, you know, there's no reason to hope that they die. Like, I think the post that you're talking about, he was like, I'm gonna drink my tea while I wish Republican families eat shit and die. Like,
yeah, he also posted about like, I will fight you fucking weirdos in real life. He's like, I'm gonna turn my hat around and get serious. And it was funny because the picture, he was wearing like a beanie. I'm like, yeah, but nothing's gonna change.
No.
Oh, it was like a fedora. I'm like, it's just gonna be the same thing.
Because the thing is also, when we game, we don't want to fucking hear about politics. We don't want to hear about like this bullshit. Like, it sucks. We're living it already. And
introducing our new segment, 8-Bit Political Review,
where the facts are fake.
The facts are all fake all the time.
It's just, you know, it's just ridiculous. And that's why, like, you know, it just takes away for what G4 wanted to do, and instead of just sticking to just video games, let's just focus on games. It just took it to a different level. So
yeah, whenever you try to politicize something that doesn't necessarily need it, you're just going to get the ire of people being like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I just want to hear about fucking Modern Warfare 2. I don't want to hear.
Yeah.
I gotta go to my fucking parents' house and hear this shit.
And it's like, you know what? If you're not talking about the politics of Elden Ring, just get out of here. I don't want to.
Right? Fucking gold mask. He's definitely an anti-masker, even though he wears a gold mask all the time.
Imagine that, someone that wears a mask, but they're protesting against masks.
This isn't a paper mask like you sheep.
This is my actual face.
I'm wearing a gold mask so I don't get scarlet rot corona.
Oh man, imagine getting scarlet rot. That would suck.
Well, yeah, you turn into a fucking flower.
Yeah,
that would suck.
I'm pretty now.
I bet it hurts.
Oh, I bet it burns like a motherfucker.
It comes out your asshole first.
But that's pretty much
blooms right out.
But that's what we just pretty much wanted to bring up, that, you know, G4 is coming to an end. It's sad because, you know, the idea was great and it could have been better. Like, they could have changed it and not made it all about hot women streaming and just made it solely about video games. But as soon as they decided to bring the politics back into it, it just took away from what we wanted. So,
yep. Fuck them.
I'm sure they'll try to do something like some of the people from there and
start. I mean,
there.
There's enough things that cover video games now. We don't need a TV
like
channel. No one has fucking TV anyway. Everyone's got like their 14 streaming services, and that's all we need.
That is sadly true. Yeah. I think I pay now as much as I did for fucking like cable back in the day.
Probably.
And I remember I'm like, nope, I just got internet now, and I got my couple apps, and then
I have my internet, my Netflix, and my Hulu, and my Amazon Prime. Oh, and then Paramount.
You mean
and
your
Peacock.
$20 Amazon? I mean, not your $20 Netflix, which
Netflix. Yeah, it's like 14, 15 or something, I think.
if you get the basic, we got the basic. We used to do like the HD, like 4K one, which was like went up to 20, and then we went down to the other.
I don't
like,
even use Netflix. My stepdad for 7 years has used my Netflix. I don't even use it.
Every time I want to cancel, they add something. I'm like, oh, I totally want to watch that, but still, it was like.
I went on Netflix and I was like, oh, let me put this show on. Is it Cake? And 5 minutes in, I murdered myself.
I hate that show.
I was just like, you know what? Maybe I'll just overdose on pills or something instead. Mikey Day, he's like, is it Cake? Do you like this persona on SNL? Well, I'm going to do it every episode.
I watched one episode and I think nobody knew how to handle it. Like everyone
I
was
hated
kind
every
of
contestant. They're all so annoying.
Well, I mean, like him as a host was just
he's terrible.
Everyone was like, hey,
him as a person,
he's
horrible.
Funny, like he reminds me of one of those friends that just like, I'm funny, right? Let me be obnoxious and funny.
Yeah. Sorry, Mikey. Your name's Mikey, so no, you're not funny.
Hi, Mikey. I don't like it. Mikey, don't like you.
No.
But yeah, I was just gonna say real quick that Netflix, like, I got the lower one, and you could tell how shitty the buffering is now, and it looks like I'm watching like an old Goosebumps episode, like VHS style. But you know that we did have that. You know, besides that bad news, we did have some good news this week, didn't we, Josh? Last week,
yeah. If you are a Silent Hill fan, we got a Silent Hill showcase, which came out of nowhere, announcing 3 new games, one of which I'm pretty excited about because I actually played Silent Hill 1 and 2. Silent Hill 2 Remake for PS5 looks fantastic. Although the guy's face looks a bit weird.
There's a lot of complaints about the production company and how also like they got these. I think it's technically 4 games if you count the remake. It's kind of weird, but like it's just kind of like people are pissed that they're not using like all the same production companies.
Yeah.
And the face did look a little weird. I was like, maybe it's just me, but then
it's that uncanny valley. It's CGI is getting very good, but then they do stuff where like he's looking in a mirror and you're just like, I don't know, man. That's
doesn't look that well.
No.
And I know a lot of old school Silent Hill fans aren't happy that they're going with the over the shoulder camera like they did in Resident Evil, where they don't like that it's like not like going to be an overhead, which I'm okay with it. Like I think Resident Evil struck gold with that, and
they're gonna stick to that.
I think it works.
Yeah, we don't know much about these games. We can assume Silent Hill Silent Hill 2 Remake is just, a remake. They'll probably do something similar like RE2 Remake, where it's very close, but they modernize certain things. And then we got other games. Silent Hill Ascension, no clue. I really hope it's not going to be one of those like the Friday the 13th game or this new fucking Killer Clowns from Outer Space game where it's like a 8v3, like you and your friends versus the fucking Pyramid Head guy. Like that'd be stupid.
This one we just get like the teaser's just like a radio with a guy just talking about like, things going on. What are you doing here? And like pretty much hinting like Silent Hill, and then you get the classic like at the end, but it's just zooming in on a video game radio. That's about it.
Yeah, Silent Hill Townfall was another one.
Oh, that was the radio handheld one. I apologize. Yep.
Yeah, you should. Silent Hill F, which I guess, I don't know. I think it's supposed to take place in the past.
It looks creepy as fuck. Speaking of Scarlet Rot.
That's, exactly, right?
Like
everything was like rotting.
And this woman turns into like a flower woman, and then I'm like, oh, I guess this is what the boss is going to look like, and then her face peels off.
That was spooky.
It was spooky. I'm going to try them out, but I'm wondering are these like, It's crazy, like how they're just like, instead of just focusing on one Silent Hill game, they're like gonna pump out 4 at once.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these big companies now have full divisions on their huge IPs, and those divisions are going to be segmented to create multiple projects at once or work on them. You know, similar to Resident Evil, which imagine that. We have a segue into our next topic.
Which I'm actually a little bit more excited. Well, like, I've never played all the Silent Hill games. I played a little bit of the second one, but like other than that, like I'm excited to get into them, you know, when they become a little bit more available. But this is what I'm a little bit more excited for.
Yeah. So there was also a Resident Evil showcase where we got a bit more information about the RE8 or RE Village DLCs, which, whatever, give or take. I don't, maybe third person will get me to play the game again. Maybe not. But the big part of the showcase was we got a 3-minute story trailer for Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Looks
and we also
good.
got an 8-minute gameplay from the game. And as someone who considers Resident Evil 4 probably one of their favorite games of all time, I can't wait. Just what they showed, they're reimagining things, yes, but then some things are so fucking accurate that you're just like, you have my trust.
Now, when you say reimagining, you mean like story-wise or look-wise on certain things?
Probably a little bit of both. When I say it looks reimagined but similar, so the beginning of the game, those cops bring you out, you go into the house, and immediately you get attacked by a guy. In this one, it looks like you slowly go through this big-ass dark house, and then when you try to get out of it, it is the reveal of some... It looks like his fucking head was snapped or neck was snapped.
You hear like the little things inside him.
Yeah.
I also noticed, what's the girl's name?
Ashley?
The president's daughter. I noticed she's wearing pants and not a skirt.
Yeah, they're not gonna
do the
they're not. Unfortunately, I already knew they're not gonna do the thing in the first one where you have to catch her from a ladder. You can like look up and she's like, "Hey, you pervert."
There's a lot of panty shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, we can't do that now. And also, it looks cold there, so it was weird that she just was wearing like this.
I will say that in the story trailer, because to be honest, I thought they were going to cut several characters. Like I thought, like the little guy, Salazar, who runs the castle, I thought they'd cut that character. He's in there. They showed him. I was like, oh, okay.
Why would you think they cut him?
You could do without him. You know, if they're gonna modernize it, you don't need to have like the castle with all the fucking monks and shit. You could just have like.
But I watched you play that. That was a good long play.
It is a good section.
But like, it took a while though. It wasn't just like a quick like this fucking.
I don't even think we didn't even get past. Oh, you know what? Didn't we beat his boss and then stopped right there?
I think so, yeah.
Because we get to the jet skis with Ada, and then it brings us to the island, which was the end of the game, which is like still another hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, for people that didn't know, Josh and I were doing some streams where he was playing Resident Evil 4, and because I hate the clunkiness of the controllers, I was just watching because I'm just going to play the remake.
Yeah. We see Lewis, and I gotta tell you, his character design, he definitely looks like he would say the line, "It looks like the president has equipped his daughter with ballistics."
Yeah, they definitely...
He looks like the type of guy that would say that.
They creeped him up a bit.
They definitely creeped him up a little bit, and that's fine. Ada looks great. Always.
Ada.
Love you, Ada.
You love that Ada.
Love you, Ada Wong. They definitely fixed it from RE2 where she did not look Asian. They kind of slanted up those lines. Those lines just a little bit.
God damn it.
I mean, hey, her last name's Wong.
And they did
She's American.
So I guess you could say they did her Wong. in the.
Fuck you. Racist and funny.
That wasn't racist.
No, me going dun 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 dun.
Okay,
dun,
yes,
dun.
that was very racist.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, wrong country.
No, but yeah, highly recommend checking out that trailer if you have not already seen it. If you're a fan of Resident Evil 4, it looks great. And Jesus Christ, some of the combat stuff. Now you can do a knife parry. When they showed Leon like blocking a fucking chainsaw with a knife, I was like, okay, give me all this. Give me this whole fucking thing right now. I do like how all the enemies had like multiple attacks, not just like, oh, I'm going to swing with this or throw something at you. Like a guy like fucking decks Leon in the face just out of nowhere. And
shows him who's boss.
Now you can kill the cow and that shit in the village. Awesome. Because he like shot like a lantern and the cow ran on fire. I'm going to do that every playthrough. I bet that's a trophy.
I wouldn't be surprised. They give you trophies for everything.
Well done, burger. Or like Trump's favorite.
Well done. That's probably what it'd be. Well done.
Oh, no, it's going to be, come on. It's going to be called Toasty. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to pre-order it already, and I'm probably going to try to get the collector's edition with that sweet Leon shotgun figurine.
I figured you would.
It's probably only like 3 inches tall, but it's like $180 or something.
I was like looking at like collectibles at one point. Isn't there like a Resident Evil collectible that was like a chainsaw controller or something like that?
Yeah, I think that was for... It was a specific version of RE4, like a specific console. I can't remember if it was N64 or GameCube or something. But yes, there is a chainsaw controller.
I saw that. I heard a lot of people say it's ridiculous to use.
Obviously, just use a regular controller. The fuck?
It's cool though. It looks cool.
Yeah, and then the fucking batteries run out because the chainsaw is going off. It's not even a functional chainsaw. Can't cut through trees or someone's head. Yep. So what else, Andrew? What else we got?
Well, I didn't do my homework and look at these initial reviews, so I was waiting to see what you said on this one. I meant to look at
Knights?
I did actually like see a lot of articles pop up this morning that were like, things don't look good for Gotham Knights.
No. So I've heard many reviews saying combat's fluid, you know, the characters are well designed, traversal's okay, Gotham looks nice, but combat is super fucking repetitive, and this is not the Arkham games. Do not expect that. Expect it to feel similar, but don't expect the Arkham games. Don't expect that perfect, like, I almost want to call it like a ballet, like, you know, zip over here, hit this guy, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that. It's like combo. Now I can use one of my like special attacks, and I can only equip like 4 of them, but I can upgrade my armor and upgrade and unlock new abilities. But it's like, yeah, okay.
So it's kind of like the Avengers game?
Yeah. It's exactly like the Avengers game.
Which you would think that they would have taken notes and know not to fucking do that, because that game got boring quick.
I think people still play it, but those people aren't smart.
I remember I read an article, like it was like a month after it released. It was like they lost like a few thousand PC players. They were just like, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah, we played that for a long time. Yeah. I was like, this game's awesome. And then it wasn't. Once the first DLC came out, I was like, oh, fuck. This game is not going to be good. They're not doing enough quick enough. So, bye-bye. I did get like 90 hours out of it anyway.
Well, I remember playing a lot, and then it just got really boring. Everything was just so fucking repetitive.
Yeah.
And that's totally what they're going to do with this, which is unfortunate. And I'm probably not going to get it. I was actually more excited about that Suicide Squad movie that was game, not movie.
Yeah, Kill the Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good. Still.
It's probably going to be similar. Maybe.
I hope not. I hope it's not similar to Gotham Knights. I hope it's more similar to Arkham Knights.
I don't know. I just don't know why they would change the formula up. I just don't know what.
It's a different studio.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks, but oh well. I don't have to waste money on it. Maybe in a couple months it'll be one of those free games on PS Plus, and I'll get to play it for free.
I'm just looking forward more to the Spider-Man 2 game and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Insomnia does a pretty good job.
I cannot wait
for that. Is it Insomnia or an Insomniac?
Insomniac.
Yeah, Insomniac crushed it with the both Miles Morales and Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just...
Yeah. Even the Miles Morales one was really good. It was much, much less content, but it was still a fun platinum. I still enjoyed doing all of the shit just because that Spider-Man environment with the web swinging and the combat, it's just really enjoyable.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that game greatly.
Me too, because I just said that.
And I think we have one more thing to cover, and another thing that you know more about than I do.
So there was a stir about
in the Force.
Yes, there was a stir on the internet when
my butthole is tingling.
The original voice actress for the Bayonetta series, I think 1 and 2, came out with a video saying that she was only offered $4,000 to do her voiceover work, and don't buy Bayonetta 3 and boycott this game and fuck them. And people were like, holy shit, that's crazy. That's like a $400 million franchise. Well, and then it comes out the company was like, yeah, we offered her like $4,000 per session, which would have been like a lot more money.
Oh yeah.
But what she wanted was like $1 million flat out, plus residuals and royalties and all that. And it's like, the character's not modeled after you. You shouldn't get like merchandising rights. The voices, that's fine. And it's like, they're like, this is also more than what she was offered last time. It's in line with like scaling up when you do a series. So like $4,000 per session, where she'd probably go in 10, 20 times to do voice acting. That's a lot more than just saying you're getting $4,000. So they're going with someone else.
Yeah, repercussions of calling things out, and that's unfortunate. Like, everyone should get paid what they deserve, but I don't know, is Bayonetta huge enough where she just thought she should be
It is actually a pretty big
well,
franchise.
How much do like other video game voice actors get paid? Do they get paid like millions of dollars? Like,
I don't know. I'd say like probably the Troy Bakers.
Well, Troy Baker also like produces in a lot of his
True,
games.
and that's where you start making the big money. But I mean, like, as for him as a voice actor, he probably makes pretty good. He probably makes more than $4,000 a session. But he's been in the industry a long ass time. Just like the woman who was the voice actress for Abby in Last of Us 2, I can't remember her name. She's been in the industry for a long ass time too. She makes a ton of money doing it. She was also the voice of Trunks in Dragon Ball Z.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So, she was also the voice of Black Widow in the Marvel Avengers.
Yeah. So she, she probably does more than just like one thing where, I don't know, the voice actor plays Bayonetta. I don't know what else she does. I never played those games. They don't seem interesting to me. Seem like one of the Capcom, right? Seem one of those weird Capcom games.
Yeah. Isn't it a Nintendo game? I thought.
Maybe for the Switch. I thought it was like PlayStation. Don't care. She's got guns on her feet. It's weird.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, that's, I guess, cool. Holding her. Like, I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. Josh, besides all that news, let's get down to the music that we're here to play today. So, war-themed music in video games. Now, Josh, I'm going to let you go first. I don't know if I listed yours in order, so I'm just going to have you tell me.
No, I didn't give you like my favorite. There was no order.
There was no favorite song. Well, like these were ones that I just I'll be honest, all these are ones that I know from video games that I've played.
So I picked 4 that I really like or remember from when I was playing these games.
Okay, so we'll do the usual. You do one, I do one.
Sure.
Back and forth.
So you probably don't consider this when you think of war-based themes in video games. So my first pick is Terra's theme for Final Fantasy VI. And like I said, you wouldn't consider this a war theme because it's not. It's just an overworld theme. But for me, I remember when I first started hearing this song, I was reading Game of Thrones, and I would specifically put this song on like a long loop, reading chapters like the Battle of the Blackwater or, Attack on the Wall. Like, I'm like, I gotta fucking listen. Like, I gotta listen to this fucking song, and I'm just like, what's Tyrion doing? Oh, I hope he's safe.
And he's just getting a blowjob and the song's playing.
Yep.
As the whore grabbed Tyrion's cock, he gasped.
How will he know it's a midget's cock? Because of how short it is. Think again.
Yeah, this is definitely a great pick. I never played this game, but I am familiar with this song, and I think did World of Square cover this song?
Yeah, we covered this song. Yeah, again, not really a war theme, but I included it because I always associate it with when I used to do that, reading like chapters of war in like the Game of Thrones books. Excuse me, the Song of Ice and Fire.
That's really cool that you did that. It's a little cute that you did that. You play
Thank you.
War video game music while you read your Game of Thrones.
I want to put on my music when I read. Fucking idiot.
Well, for my first choice, when I was thinking about what song to pick, I dug up a game I used to rent all the time when I couldn't figure out what I wanted to rent. And I can't believe I forgot about this. So I picked the main title theme for Army Men 3D.
I have like 3 of these games. I used to play them with my stepdad.
And if you never heard of this game, it's you play little plastic army men.
You know what army men are, right?
Yeah.
That's the game.
You get little plastic feet that you wobble.
Yeah.
I had a hard time with this game, but I like that you can melt other army men, and I think everybody like our age played this game. I even told Josh, he made fun of me. I was like, I thought it was like actually like a spin-off of Toy Story.
Just because they're in Toy Story?
Yeah.
Because they're toys. So do we want to go through all our picks, or do we want to, since the picks we got externally, there's only 4 of them, do we want to do one of those next?
What do you mean?
So we each did a pick, and now we do one of the fan picks, and then we do our second pick. We do a second.
Yeah, I guess we
pick.
could do that and mix it up a bit instead of doing all our at once. We make our fans equal as us, which I don't
# equality. So the first pick was picked by both Sam Mulligan and our buddy Nick Daddy Doan.
The Doan Zone.
Doan Zone Gaming. Twitch.tv/Doan Zone Gaming. He's probably streaming, I don't know, let me guess, Lunar. Because he fucking plays that all the time.
He's streaming that.
He's trying to get that world record again. This is Collision from Suikoden or Suikoden.
That's what I was calling it. So the music kind of reminds me of the music from Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
You know
the reveal of the monster. And they're like, now it's chasing the children.
Oh no!
Tommy, get out of there! Yeah, this is actually the first RPG I was gifted alongside Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I never played this game.
When I was 15, or probably younger, 13 maybe, I had my birthday at Fun World in Nashville, New Hampshire. And my
Was
buddy,
it when they had go-karts? I hear they used to have go-karts. I've never been there when they did.
And my buddy Tom Gillespie showed up, and he gave me Final Fantasy VII and Suikoden.
Suikoden. I kept calling it Sudoku.
It's not Sudoku.
Sudoku.
It's... I don't know how it's pronounced. I say it both ways because it's just to be an asshole. Suikoden. Suikoden.
The music's a little all over the place.
It's a really good game because it is an RPG where you control like 6 characters, and then there is actual like wars that you fight against. Like you'll pick like the more people you recruit in the game, the bigger your armies are, the different types of like, you know, army units you can use. It's one of those games like if you can collect all 108 characters, and some of them are really hard to miss, it not only makes your base like huge and like different things open up, but you unlock a secret character at the end of the game. Gremio. Spoilers, Gremio dies at the beginning, saving everyone, and he comes back if you get everybody.
Oh no,
not Gremio. Actually, fun fact, Nick told me there's a function to bribe characters in this game. You can bribe every single enemy and boss in the game, including the last boss.
Sex?
With many. So basically, he's like at the beginning of the game, you just have to play this like, it's one of those, I think it's like a card game or something, and you get a bunch of money, and then you just bribe every single boss, and that's the speed run for the game.
That's weird that you can do that, but I guess
the last boss, it's like, I am power incarnate. Here's $1 million. All right, peace.
You are power incarnate.
Or it's probably Zenny, actually. So yeah, thank you, Nick Daddy Doan and Sam Mulligan.
Thank you.
All right. So
What do you
my
got,
second
Josh?
pick
What's next?
is probably, if we're actually going to talk about top picks, this is probably my top pick. And did you watch the video that I sent you of the 2016 reveal of this?
Oh, I did not.
You fucking asshole.
I did not, man.
So in 2016, I was watching the reveal of this game live, and it opens with just a choir playing this song, and nobody knew this. Yeah, go ahead. If you know, baby, you know. I said, Dad of War. And this choir went through this entire song to like a fucking huge audience of people being like, what the hell is going on right now? And then they pull back the screen and they show what we now know as Atreus, just a kid playing in the snow with some toys. And then he stands up because you hear, boy. And he runs into his house, into a dark room. And it's like, grab your bow. Why? Papa? He doesn't say that.
Five,
I am hungry. And then he walks out of the shadows, and fucking everyone in the audience went ape shit that the reveal of Kratos returning, and he's just fucking exactly what you remember.
Josh
Except he's got a giant
right
beard. Dude, I'm close. It probably made me cry. I love him so much.
I can't wait for Ragnarok, man.
Oh.
This makes me pumped too, because I think they play this song in the game when he gets the Blades of Chaos back. I think that's the song you hear.
Yeah, they played it a few times.
Well, when it's mentioned, like something about Olympus, you're, oh no, I can't do that. The whole, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it's when Freya's like, your frost axe will be of no use in Helheim since it's a realm of cold and ice. Well, I guess I must return home. And then he gets in his a little boat that sails down, and randomly he starts getting fucked with by Athena. Get out of my head, Athena.
Which is in his head, right? Or is it actually Athena being like,
No,
I
she's
still live?
Yeah, she was killed, but
Yeah.
Still, it haunts him. You'll always be a monster. Yes, but I am your monster no more.
Which is true. He's his own man.
Oh, I'm so glad that they didn't keep the original guy who just screamed all the time.
Yeah, the newer voice is a lot better.
Christopher Judge. Big black guy with the thing in the middle of his forehead from Battlestar Galactica.
No, it was Stargate.
Stargate? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Sure.
But still just something in space or time or whatever.
Space black guy with
Space
the forehead
black
thing.
guy.
Yeah.
Well, for my next pick, Josh, I picked a classic. I went deep to my roots of PlayStation 1 games. And I was surprised nobody suggested this one. And I was like, ooh, it's mine for the picking. Ooh, I'm going to pick this one. Final Fantasy VII's Fort Condor. This is when you're playing Fort Condor and you're getting frustrated because you're trying to figure out how to play this goddamn fucking game.
You're like, I'm not going to reset again. I need the huge materia. I don't give a fuck about getting Phoenix summoned. I want the huge materia. I need to win this.
Which even when you win, you still lose. Isn't that what happens? You still lose, right?
No, I think if you lose, you get Phoenix. If you win, because getting the huge materia, you get enough to complete the game just through story progression. But if you get them, you can give them to Bugenhagen. It gives you master materia.
Okay. Bugenhagen.
That's a weird name. I raised a wolf. He thinks I'm his grandfather.
Which is weird because
You're not my grandfather.
isn't he just like a guy with no legs that floats?
Yeah, just fucking floats around.
He just swims kind of. His arms kind of flop around.
Grandfather. Bitch, I'm not an orange wolf like you.
It was really tough to find this song because like Square Enix definitely scrubbed a lot of their songs off YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna do the remake one because it sounds really good, but this is, more nostalgic. But yeah, Fort Condor used to, like...
That was one of those places I was less like, maybe I don't have to go and do this. I'll just do everything else.
I do like how in the remake they made it like it's a tabletop game that you play with people.
In the DLC with Yuffie, yeah. I liked that. I actually really liked that, the Fort Condor minigame. I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it, but not in the original. The original, it was like clunky.
Too slow.
It was too slow. Oh, it drove me crazy.
Yeah. Yep. So another game I remember being all about back in the day. Command and Conquer Red Alert 2.
I thought we were going to do a fan pick.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
What the fuck, man? Get your shit together.
So Dave picked Andy's Anthem from
My anthem.
Advance Wars Black Hole Rising.
Ugh.
Time to go to war, motherfucker.
When I hear this, I feel like I'm playing like a knockoff Tony's Hawk skateboarding game.
Tony's Cock Pro Skater. It sounds like a level in Monkey Ball or something.
So I never played this game. Do you know anything about this game?
No, I never played it.
I do like the song though.
That fucking bass is slapping.
If this was playing while I was like going to war, though,
Time to kill a bunch of civilians with napalm.
I'd just be like dancing. I would die.
Well, it's probably like, if I'd have to guess, it's probably like a strategy tactics game. You know what I mean?
Because it sounds like something you would like I'd be thinking like,
What should I use my infantry on? Should I advance them across the map? Or upgrade them to militiamen?
That sounds like Dave too. I'm glad.
Thanks.
That was a good impression.
That's my Dave impression.
Good choice, Dave. I'm saying good choice about another game, but it's
Good choice, Dave. You're probably up all night with your children, so you're not listening to this. But
arm wrestling them. He's training them to be like professional arm wrestlers.
Like over the top.
Yeah, his son, man, that arm's huge. But his daughter, she punched me in the face last time I saw her.
She just hates anyone that has Spanish last names.
But look white.
Yeah, like, you faker.
You phony.
You're not true Mexicano.
She said that too.
You are not the Gonzales.
It's like, stop it. Don't say Josh, Josh, what did you pick for your next
Well,
one?
you already heard it. Command & Conquer Red Alert 2 Hell March 2. You ever play these games, Command & Conquer?
Yes, I remember these games.
Yeah, I like them.
They were pretty good.
Gotta take down the fucking commies.
There's another one of those, like, thinking what you need to do and...
Well, I mean, you couldn't, because it's kind of like Warcraft and StarCraft, where you got to build up your army and your base and your resources, because the enemy's doing the same thing in real time. So you gotta be on the offensive. You know what I mean?
I'm just thinking of, like, dragging things and dropping them and just, like...
Yep. Drag and drop, yeah. Drag and drop, yeah.
I almost did StarCraft, but I was like, the music wasn't as cool as something like this.
You're right. This also just reminds me of that infamous Tim Curry line from one of the Command & Conquer games.
Tim Curry was in one of them? He's like, Josh's face was
You don't know?
I haven't played in a long time, man. It was a long time ago.
Hold on. You're gonna watch it right fucking now. Oh my god. It's the fucking dumbest line. Oh, Red Alert 3. Okay.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
So he's in the game, like,
yeah.
constantly.
He's like the antagonist, I think.
Oh my god, I fucking love Tim
How do
Curry.
you not?
I don't know. It's been a long.
So
I don't
good.
remember much of the game, you know.
Space.
But I know I played it a lot. My brother really played it a lot. You know, it's been a while. Been a fucking while. Speaking of been a while, I picked a game that I used to play a lot and I haven't played in a while. Now I know a lot of people might be like, "Well, this isn't really a war song," but I don't
Fuck
know.
you, it's our show.
It's a battle. It's a battle song, and I thought it would be a good one. And it's not great, but I thought it would be good. I picked Mario Kart 64 Balloon Battle.
This is what a lot of people hear when they go to war. This is what they were playing over loudspeakers when they stormed Normandy. Guy's just holding his guts in. He's just like, it's a me, Mario.
Oh my god!
He's picking up his arm.
I wish they'd stop playing this song.
Kill me, Nazis! I don't want to hear this anymore.
They were supposed to only pop my balloon.
This is not a war song.
Well, it's a balloon battle, though.
That's not war.
You're fighting to make sure that your balloon doesn't get popped. I knew you were gonna react that way. But, like, I couldn't think of,
I told you just to look up war games. That's what I did.
Yeah, but...
You could have just picked some from, like, fucking Battlefield 1 through 100.
Fuck it. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good one.
It was good. All right, our next one, which I love this one. Maybe this isn't necessarily a war theme either, but I guess you could consider it this, because you do fight this person multiple times. You fight this character.
Are you again?
Fanpick.
Okay, good.
You fight this character through like multiple games in the series. Brad Vanderhoeven who we met in NYC, World of Square, he picked Battle on the Big Bridge from Final Fantasy V, which is... Oh, I love this song. One of my favorite covers on the internet is a guy who goes by the name BJMCXBO whatever. He's some Japanese guitar player who crushes a cover of this song with like, be like, oh, I wonder what guitar tricks people can do. He does all of them. Every trick you could think of on guitar, this man does it. I love this song.
It's really good.
Oh, and one point, Brian Bailey, my old guitar teacher, learned the beginning part of this song, and when I went and saw his blues band played, he just randomly threw that lick in the middle of a blues jam. Just they were just playing, and then he was just like, "Hey, Josh!" And he was like, I'm like, you fucking asshole.
He's like, look what I can do with this.
Look what I can do. Yeah, exactly. That's basically it.
Good song, Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you, Bradley. That was my grandpa.
Bradley, get the Depends.
Do you remember when there was like a Kmart called Bradley's?
Yeah, it was right next to Caldor's.
Oh, God.
Service merchandise and Leechmere.
Oh, my God, Leechmere's.
Mm-hmm. We only sell leeches. So my last pick is from pretty much the only game, the newer game in this franchise that I have played, because I did play the original Wolfenstein was on my first like Windows 3.1
I remember
fucking
that.
like we had like just the first episode of like 12 for the first Wolfenstein game. But this one is from Wolfenstein The New Order. So this is that new timeline where the Nazis won and, you know, they took over the world. So like you walk the streets, there's Nazis, there's fucking KKK members and shit. This is called Kill Everyone. Oh no!
Yep. This is like how you know it's from the same creators of Doom. I haven't played Wolfenstein in such a long time.
Yeah. The new games are fun. They're hard, though.
This is based off the newer ones, right? Yeah. Killing Nazis. Blowing them up and eating their guts.
Gutsies.
I call them gutsies. Dude. I like the bass line on that. Are you sad I didn't play it longer?
No.
Good. I'm glad you're not sad. But anyway, for my final pick, I had to go with a God of War song. So I decided to go with God of War 3, Brothers of Blood.
And this is the song when you fight Hercules, right?
I believe so. I don't
Voiced
really
by
remember.
Kevin Sorbo, who played Hercules. Oh, wow! He played Hercules in Xena Warrior Princess. Oh, yeah, and the Hercules show. And now he's an outspoken conservative. Probably always was.
The music in God of War is just so fucking awesome. And especially the older ones, like everything was like, all right, get fucking pumped. Where like, I love the 2018 one, but they definitely, the soundtrack's not as much like this. But I think they just want to go for a different feel because we're no longer fighting Greek gods.
I mean, this kind of sounds like the one we just played from 2018.
But that one was more of like a nod towards like Kratos. Like that was like yeah, sad Kratos. We got one more fan pick.
Yes, Matt Barros, one of the keyboard players from Rare Candy, which I believe is no longer a band. He picked the main theme from Valkyrie Chronicles. I mean, right off the bat, it's like, oh, we're going to war.
Another game I am not familiar with. Yeah, this reminds me of being like...
This sounds like the intro to like a Band of Brothers episode.
Yeah.
War never changes.
Look to the left, you look to the right.
One of those people is gay.
One of them may not be coming home straight.
Look to your left. Now look to your right. At least one of those people will die from a drug overdose.
Marijuana. Because it can kill you.
Marine iguana. I said marine iguana.
I feel like you should just, you could be even just, this is something you would be like, to our fallen soldiers, we will name them so we remember them. John Clitoris.
Victor Vulva.
Michael Stinky Butt.
Tony Linguini.
Josh Cummington.
Good porn name.
Tasty.
Coming tons.
Coming tons. That means you're a good comer.
Yeah.
It's yellow.
You're not good at sex. He just comes a lot. Like a bucket.
I don't piss. I just come. Oh, Jesus.
Well, see ya, everybody.
Well, I think that was a lot of good choices, you know.
Yeah.
I definitely shot myself in the foot and realized that, you know,
You don't know what the difference between battle and war are.
Yeah. Well, no, like I don't play a lot of war type games, so it was really hard for me to like find some, but I think I had a good 3. I still think that Balloon Battle one was great.
I didn't say it was a bad song. I just said that has nothing to do with war.
It's
It's not a war.
It's very
Civilizations aren't at risk because you need to pop a balloon on fucking Bone Koopa's fucking ride.
They're infiltrating our town.
This is how we decide what territory gets genocided. Oh no, the Mushroom Kingdom is getting euthanized.
You know, you sound way better than Chris Pratt. You should have been Mario.
Mamma mia, I'm Chris Pratt. I mean Mario.
Mouse Rat.
I'm Mouse Rat.
I really hope they do.
In the pit, you fell into the pit.
I'd be the pipe.
A pipe.
You
The
fell
pipe.
into the pipe.
Oh my god, dude. He's gonna sing that song in that movie.
Yep.
The pipe. I fell into the pipe. You fell into the pipe. Yeah, yeah.
If he does that, I will give him a little props for that.
That would be so fucking good.
And stupid at the same time. Well, I think that wraps up our discussion of war-themed songs in video games. Now, as I ask you every week, Josh, and I think you did your homework this time, what are we discussing next week?
Well, next week, quote unquote, aka 5 minutes from now, we are going to be discussing God of War 2018.
Oh wait,
Yeah, you don't need to say it. You just hit it. Yeah.
I'm excited because I just recently played this game and I have a lot to talk about before we discuss Daddy Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. Yes. Oh, that's what this got. God of War Ragnarok.
God of War Ragnarok.
So make sure you tune into that episode. And if there's anything you'd like us to discuss that we have not discussed yet, or if you have any opinions about, what I might smell like, give your opinion, chime in and say, I think Andrew might smell like...
He seems like he might smell like
Pistachios.
Cheetos hot fucking chips or whatever.
You know what? That is probably
Flamin'
what
Hot
I
Cheetos.
would be smelling like. I think I smell like that right now. You can reach out to us at 8bitmoviereview@gmail.com and also on Facebook and Instagram. And also, don't forget to check us out, if you want to listen to us. We don't have video yet, but we are posting on YouTube, so you can also leave your comments on there.
Or if you want to listen to our backlog of any video game movie reviews or discussions, you can go to our website at anchor.fm/8bitpod. This will also give you access to all of our streaming options like Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and many more.
We're now also on Amazon Podcasts. We're just blossoming, folks.
We're forcing our content on all of the places.
Everywhere.
All the time.
I'm Andrew Gonzalez.
And I'm Chris Pratt. Mario.
And join me and Chris Pratt next week.
Oh, no.
Wrong thing.
Delete.